I've always been fascinated by the way our brains work, especially when it comes to procrastination. You know, that thing we're all guilty of at some point. Understanding why we procrastinate might just be the key to overcoming it. Today we're diving into Tim Urban's hilarious and eye-opening TED Talk on procrastination. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Unless, of course, you decide to procrastinate watching it. But hey, no judgment here. Now, what's going on inside a procrastinator's brain? Tim Urban introduces us to a cast of characters that might feel all too familiar. First up, we've got the rational decision maker. This is the part of our brain that knows what we should be doing. But wait, there's more. When deadlines loom and panic sets in, that's when the panic monster shows up. This terrifying creature scares the monkey away and finally gets us working. It's like a last-minute superhero, but with a lot more stress and self-loathing involved. And let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. Let's talk about what happens when procrastination takes over. Tim Urban calls this the dark playground. It's that place where we're doing fun stuff, but we can't fully enjoy it because we know we should be working. And that's when things get really interesting. As the deadline gets closer, the panic intensifies. Suddenly, we're pulling all-nighters, chugging coffee, and promising ourselves we'll never procrastinate again. But here's the kicker. This cycle often repeats itself, leading to a roller coaster of stress and relief that's hard to break. It's exhausting, isn't it? Now, you might think procrastination only affects short-term deadlines like that report due next week, but Tim Urban takes it a step further. He introduces the concept of long-term procrastination, and it's, well, mind-blowing. Think about your big life goals, your career aspirations, your health, your relationships. These are the things without hard deadlines, which makes them even easier to put off. It's like, oh, I'll start that business someday. To drive this point home, Urban shows a 90-year life calendar. Each box represents a week of your life. It's a sobering visual that makes you realize just how finite our time is. And you know what? The panic monster doesn't show up for these long-term goals until it's often too late. So, what do? We need to become aware of our procrastination habits and take action before the panic sets in. It's about making those boxes count, 1 week at a time.
So there you have it, my take on why we procrastinate. We've met the characters in our brain and explored the dark playground.
We've met the rational decision maker, the instant gratification monkey, and the terrifying panic monster. We've explored the allure of the dark playground and its consequences. The truth is, we're all procrastinators to some degree. The key is awareness and action. What are you putting off? What steps can you take today?
I challenge you to take a look at your own life calendar. Don't let the instant gratification monkey win. Start now, and future you will thank you for it. And hey, if you're watching this instead of doing something important, well, maybe it's time to pause and get to work. Or watch it again. I won't judge.